Welcome to Leroy and Leroy's Guide to Saskatoon. We're here with some quick tips to help you out while you're visiting the Bridge City. If you don't want to stick out as a tourist, one of the main things you should note is you're not allowed to drive on the sidewalk here in Saskatoon. We think that's a good tip. So if where you're from, that kind of activity is encouraged, maybe try to refrain from doing that while you're here in the Bridge City. Let me show you our next tip. So we really hope while you're visiting Saskatoon that you don't have any kind of medical emergency. But if you do happen to have one, if you could try and stick between the hours of 9 a.m. and 8:30 p.m., that would be preferable. But again, hopefully you don't. Here's another stop in our guide to Saskatoon today. We just wanted to tell you about what these signs mean. There's a little bit of confusion. So this sign over here means that you can walk this way. And this side over here means that you can't walk this way. It's pretty simple. Let me show you what's up next. Okay, this is a really important tip when you're visiting Saskatoon. Normally we tell you to watch out for moose or deer crossing the road, but during harvest season, you have to pay extra attention for tractors. You never know when they're gonna come out on the road. So if you're coming down McCormick Drive during harvest season, pay extra attention, but your better option is maybe just take Low Road instead. Let me give you another tip. Another one of our favorite stops here in Saskatoon is this crosswalk. They built it just for all of the marsh swimmers. Look at all the beautiful marshes. Plus, it's just a fun word to say, marsh. Let's see what else there is. If you're a fan of the video game Frogger, have we got the spot for you in Saskatoon? Just take a little zip down McCormick Drive and you'll find wildlife crossing all the time. And no stopping is allowed. Auto body shops just love it. There's more. Now when you come to Saskatoon, you may find some things that are a little confusing. We're here to help clear those things up. Like this sign here, for example. You'll notice on the right-hand side, that's a bicycle lane. Bicycles can ride there. On the left-hand side of the sign, you'll notice the arrow going straight. That means you can drive that way. Where the confusion tends to come in is this arrow that darts off to the right over top of the red triangle. That basically means you can throw all your old building materials in the ditch. Let's see what else there is. Something that Leroy behind the camera and I really like to do when we're in Moose Jaw is just stop in the middle of an intersection and talk to each other. Here in Saskatoon, they ask you to please not block intersections. So we've had to adapt a little bit, but we're doing okay. Let me show you another tip for when you're visiting. This is our final stop in Leroy and Leroy's Guide to Saskatoon. Well, your final stop is back at your hotel room, but we wanted to show you this intersection right here. Rush home and pee. Just a friendly reminder from the city to rush home and pee. Speaking of which, I'm Leroy, he's Leroy behind the camera. There's always something to do. So when you find yourself in Saskatoon, Saskatchewan, we really hope you don't have but you're not allowed to stop for them. Auto body shops just love it. Let's